Come once again. In last video from the chapter of dispersion, we have discussed how to calculate combined standard deviation. For combined standard deviation, we have prepared two videos to learn you very softly. In today's video, we will discuss if some mistakes in calculation of arithmetic mean and combined standard deviation or standard deviation, how we can correct without doing whole question againly, how we can correct our arithmetic mean and standard deviation. So, in today's video we will learn how to correct standard deviation and mean arithmetic mean if something went wrong during the calculation. So, the very first we should discuss how we will correct this. The very first, our x bar is sigma x upon n. So, for calculating sigma x, we have to calculate x bar multiplied by n. If we have done any mistakes in calculation of arithmetic mean, then we want correct sigma x. So, getting correct sigma x, we will having sigma x plus correct value minus wrong value. So, if we have done any kind of the mistake, the very first, from the help of the x bar and value of n, we will calculate value of sigma x. Then to correct sigma x, we will add the correct value and we will subtract the wrong value. So, we will get the correct sigma x, and then correct mean is correct sigma x divided by n. So, the very first, to get correct arithmetic mean, what we will do, the firstly we will calculate sigma x. So, for calculation sigma x, that will be x bar multiplied by n, that will be the formula. Then in in sigma x, we will add correct value and we will subtract wrong value for getting correct sigma x. Then further we can do whatever we are to do. Okay, suppose our x bar is have the frequency. So, x bar sigma fx divided by sigma f is equal to n. So, x bar is equal to sigma fx divided by n. Sigma fx is equal to x bar multiplied by n. So, sigma fx is also x bar multiplied by n. If we have done any mistake, then our standard deviation will be also a mistake. Then we have to correct our standard deviation also. So, how to correct our standard deviation? The formula for the standard deviation, already we know that formula for the standard deviation is sigma x square divided by n minus sigma x upon n raised to power 2. By taking both of square in both of sides, standard deviation square is equal to sigma x square divided by n minus x bar square. So, standard deviation square plus x bar square is sigma x square upon n. So, the sigma x square is equal to n multiplied by standard deviation square plus x bar square. For getting sigma x square, this formula will stand n multiplied by the standard deviation square plus arithmetic mean square. So, here sigma x square is equal to n standard deviation square plus x bar square. If something is wrong, then what we will do? Correct sigma x square, that is sigma x square minus plus correct value, square of correct value minus wrong value, square of the wrong value. To get the correct sigma x square, what we will do? The very first we will calculate correct value square and the wrong. What we will do? The very first we will calculate sigma x square. For calculating sigma x square, what we have to do? N multiply by standard deviation square plus x bar square. Then to correct sigma x square, we will add the square of the correct value here and subtract the square of the wrong value to get the correct sigma x square. Then correct standard deviation. For getting correct standard deviation, what we will have? We will put correct sigma x square divided by n minus correct x bar square. So with the help of this, we can correct our standard deviation, we can correct our arithmetic mean. So the very first what we will do, this is the formula for the standard deviation. Taking a square on the both of side, this root will be gone on. Then standard deviation square plus x bar square is sigma x square upon n. So this is the value of sigma x square, and so sigma x square, this may be having one item. If frequency is given, how we will solve this? This may be also having the discussion. If we have given frequency in standard deviation, what we will do? Standard deviation is sigma fd square x upon n minus sigma fdx upon n raised to power 2. Here dx is x minus x bar, because we are taking deviation from the direct method. I am not writing only d, I am writing d square x. Okay. So taking square in both sides, standard deviation square is equal to sigma f d square x upon n, or sigma f, we write sigma f. So n is equal to sigma f minus x bar raised to power 2, standard deviation square plus x bar square, that is sigma f d square x upon n. So sigma f d square x, that is n, standard deviation square plus x bar square. Sigma f d square x, that is also n, standard deviation square plus x bar square. For getting correction in this, correct sigma f d square x is equal to sigma f d square x plus square of correct value, square of correct value minus square of wrong value. So we will get correct sigma f d square. Then standard deviation will be correct sigma f d square x divided by n minus correct x bar square. So if any kind of the mistake have done during the calculation of standard deviation, in calculation of arithmetic mean, by using these formula we can solve the problem without recomputing the whole question. Only using this we can correct our arithmetic mean as well as our standard deviation. So in today's video we will learn how to correct our wrong items or wrong mistakes. How we will? So let us see some. We will discuss some question, and in that question we will solve our mistakes. So you may be learn how to correct arithmetic mean and standard deviation. One question, first question I am taking. We will having 4 question here. First question, so many times it is repeated in the examinations. That question is that mean of 100 items, mean of 100 items is 50 and standard deviation is 4. The question is this: mean of 100 item is 50 and their standard deviation 4. Find the sum of the all items and also the sum of the square items. Here there is nothing. What this question asks, the mean of 100 item is 50 and standard deviation is 4. Then calculate the sum of all items and sum of the square of all items. It means we have to calculate sigma x or sigma x square. As we know, x bar is equal to sigma x divided by n. So sigma x is equal to x bar multiplied by n. So sigma x is equal to 50 multiplied by 100. So sum of the all item is 5000. The first question they asking what the sum of the all items. So the sum of all items will be 5000. Now some standard deviation is sigma x square upon n minus x bar raised to power 2. Standard deviation square sigma x square divided by n minus x bar raised to power 2. Standard deviation square plus x bar square multiplied by n, that is sigma x square. So calculating sigma x square is n guna standard deviation square plus x bar square. So sum of square, that is item is 100, standard deviation is 4 raised to power 2, x bar is 50 raised to power 2. So sigma x square, that is 100, 16 plus 2500. So sigma x square will be 2516. Okay, 100 multiplied 2516. So sigma x square value will be 251600. All both. The very first they ask in this question, we are to calculate the sum of all items, that is 5000. Sum of the square of all items, that is 2,51,600. So this question so many times repeated, especially in the PG classes examinations, they are asking this question. That's why I have done here. Now, how to correct the standard deviation or arithmetic mean? Now we are learning this. I am taking another one question for correction. Question number 2. In 20, the arithmetic mean and standard deviation of series having 20 items is 20 and 5. The arithmetic mean and standard deviation of 20 item is 20 and 5. What the question is saying? The arithmetic mean of arithmetic mean and standard deviation of 20 item is 20 and 5. So 20 items, arithmetic mean is 20, standard deviation is 5. At the time of calculating the mean of one item is misread as 30 instead of 13. Misread 30 instead of 13. It means what the mistake have done? One item which was correct was 13, but wrongly misread is 30. So we have to calculate correct arithmetic mean and correct standard deviation. Arithmetic mean of 20 item is 20 and standard deviation is 5. Later it was discovered that one item, that right value of that item was 13, misread 30. So correct standard deviation and correct arithmetic mean. Okay, so x bar is equal to sigma x upon n. So sigma x is equal to x bar multiplied by n. Sigma x is equal to 20 multiplied 20. So sigma x is equal to 400. But this is wrong because we are to take 13, but we have taken 30. Okay, so correct sigma x, that is 400 plus correct value minus wrong value. Correct. For getting sigma x correct, what we have done? 400 was the sigma x, we added correct value and we subtract wrong value. So 400 plus 13 minus 30, so that is 383. Correct x bar is correct sigma x divided by n, that is 383 divided by 20. So the correct value of arithmetic mean is 19.15. So correct x bar 19.50. 19.50. Firstly, x bar wrong. Wrong x bar was 20, but correct is 19.15. Okay. The wrong is 20, but the right is 19.15. Second one. So the very first what we have done, the very first we corrected the arithmetic mean of this. Now standard deviation. For getting the standard deviation, what we will do? The value of standard deviation is sigma x square divided by n minus x bar raised to power 2. So standard deviation square is equal to sigma x square divided by n minus x bar raised to power 2. Standard deviation plus x bar raised to power 2 multiply by n, that is sigma x square. So the sigma x square is value of n 20, value of standard deviation 5 raised to power 2 plus 20 raised to power 2. So 20, 25 plus 400. So the value is 400 plus 25, 20, 425. So sigma x square value is 8500. Correct sigma x square 8500 plus correct value square minus wrong value square. To getting the correct value of sigma x square, what we are doing? We are adding square of the correct value here and we are subtracting square of the wrong value which is misread. So the correct sigma x square 8500 plus 169 minus 900. That is 7769. Correct wrong sigma x square was 8500. Correct sigma x square, that is 7769. This was wrong and this is right. So getting we should get now correct standard deviation. So correct standard deviation, that is correct sigma x square divided by n minus correct x bar raised to power 2. So getting standard deviation right, 7769 divided by 20 minus 19.15 raised to power 2 to get the correct standard deviation. So that is 388.45. 388.45 minus 19.15 multiply by 19.15, 3667225. 21.7275. Getting the square of this, we will get 4.66. So the correct value of standard deviation, that is 4.66, not 5. So the wrong value of standard deviation was 5 and correct value of the standard deviation was 4.66. So in this manner, if some mistake is over there, with the help of this, we can solve without calculating second times. We can correct our arithmetic mean as well as our standard deviation. In this question, there was only one mistake. If two mistakes is over there, there also there is no problem. We can solve this. So I am taking a question which have two mistakes, and how we will solve it, we will learn here. I am taking another one question, that is question number 3 to same video. The mean and standard deviation of 100 item was found 40 and 5. And it's 100 items, mean is 40 and standard deviation is 5. Againly I am repeating, the mean and standard deviation of 100 items were found to be 40 and 5 respectively. Later it was found that two values misread 53 and 24. Misread 53, 24. Both were wrong value. The correct value was 35. Correct value was 35 and 42. Then find the correct mean and correct standard deviation. In this question you are saying the arithmetic mean of 100 item is 40 and the standard deviation is 5. Later it was discovered two item misread 53 and 24 misread. The right was 35 and 42. 35 53 35 24 42 misread. So we have to correct arithmetic mean and standard deviation. Okay, so the two mistakes is over there here, one mistake and two mistakes. Okay, value of sigma x is equal to x bar multiplied by n. So sigma x is equal to 100 multiply 40 or x bar multiply n or n 40 multiply 100 may be there 4000. Correct sigma x, that is 4000 plus right value 35, right value 42, wrong value 53, wrong value 24. So 4000 plus 35 plus 42 minus 53 minus 24. Again we are having 4000. So correct x bar, that is correct sigma x divided by n, that is 4000 divided by 100, this 40. It means our arithmetic mean is already right. Wrong x bar is 40, correct x bar is also 40. Next, sigma x square is equal to n standard deviation square plus x bar square. So n value is 100, standard deviation square is 5 square plus 40 square. So sigma x bar is equal to 100, 25 plus 1600, that is 162500. Correct x bar, this is wrong because two item is taken wrong, 53 instead of 35 and 24 instead of 42. So correct x bar, correct sigma x square, that is 162500, adding correct value square 35 square plus 42 square minus subtracting wrong value square 53 square minus 24 square. So this will be 162500, 35 square will be added here, 162500 plus 1225, 42 square will be added in this 1764, 53 square will be subtract 2809, 24 square will be subtract 576. So the value is 162104. 162104, correct. Sigma x wrong square, sigma x 4000, sigma x 4000. Sigma x square firstly 162500, sigma x square corrected 162104. So we get correct sigma x square here. For getting correct arithmetic mean, correct standard deviation. For getting correct standard deviation, we will use the formula for that. Correct standard deviation is correct sigma x square divided by n minus correct x bar raised to power 2. So standard deviation 162104 divided by 100 minus correct x bar is 40. So standard deviation will be 1621.04 minus 1600. So standard deviation is 21.04. .58. So the correct value will be 4.587. Correct value is 4.587. So standard deviation wrong was 5, standard deviation right was 4.587. So in this manner, we can solve, if any correction required, very easily, step by step we will go. Easily we can solve the problem. Okay, so in this manner we can solve any kind of the difficulties. We can correct our arithmetic mean, we can correct our standard deviation as well as. Now one last question that may be having, if class interval series is over there, then what we are to do, that is also an important part of this. 200 for the frequency distribution of marks in history in 200 candidate. Candidate was 200. The group in 0 to 5. 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, it's all. The arithmetic mean is calculated 40. Standard deviation is calculated 50. Then later it was discovered that one item is misread 53 instead of 43. For the frequency distribution of marks in history in 200 candidate grouped class interval 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, etc. The mean standard deviation was found to be 40 and 15. Okay. Later it was discovered that the score 43 was misread 53. 53 is wrong, 43 is right. Okay. Then we are to correct our arithmetic mean and standard deviation. Firstly, our 53 value lies 35 to 40, 40 to 45, 45 to 50 and 50 to 55. So our value 53 lies here. That will be mid value is 52.5. Our 43 value lies here, so the mid value is 42.5. This is a continuous series problem. The question is given that marks of 200 students scored in history examinations, the arithmetic mean is 40 and the standard deviation is 15. Later it was discovered that one item wrongly read 53 instead of 43. So correct the arithmetic mean and correct the standard deviation. Because this is a class interval problem, let me now, this is a class interval problem. So our 53 will lies in this class. So it will be, frequency will be having multiply by 52.5 and this value is lies between 40 to 45. So 42.5 will be a. So here it will be used 42.5 and this will be used 52.5. Firstly, sigma x, that is x bar multiplied by n, that is 200 multiplied by 40, that is 8000. Correct sigma x, that is 8000, adding 42.5, subtracting 52.5. Because this is the wrong value and this is the right value. So 8000 plus 42.5 minus 52.5, 7990. Correct x bar. 79. Correct sigma x divided by n. 7990 divided by 200. 39.95. Sigma x square is equal to n standard square plus x bar square, that is 200, 15 raised to power 2 plus 40 raised to power 2. Three six five double triple zero. What we are to do? Firstly 40 raised to power 2, 15 raised to power 2, 1825 multiplied by 200, that is 36500. Correct? Sigma x square, that is 365,000 plus 42.5 raised to power 2 minus 52.5 raised to power 2. 365,000, 42.5 square is adding, 52.5 square is subtracting, 364,050. 364,050. So correct standard deviation, that is correct sigma x square divided by n minus correct x bar raised to power 2. So 364,050 divided by 200 minus 39.95 raised to power 2. $18 20.25. 18 20.25 39.95 1596.00 1596.00 224.247 224.2475. So getting the square root 14.97. So the correct standard deviation is 14.97, not 15. So here correct x bar, wrong and correct x bar we write here. X bar wrong, correct. Sigma x 8000, right, correct was 7990. Sigma x square was 36500, correct was 364050. Wrong x bar is 40, correct x bar is 39.95. Standard deviation wrong is 15, standard deviation right is 14.97. So I think with the help of this video, any kind of the correction required in standard deviation or arithmetic mean, you can do without againly doing the whole question. So I think this video will be beneficially if any questions in examinations related to the correction of arithmetic mean and the standard deviation, whether the mistake is 1, 2 or 3, no problem at all. If you do the step by step, you will go to step by step. Certainly you can correct your arithmetic mean as well as standard deviation. I think this video will be beneficial for you. Thank you.